Welcome to the weekly shir of the Zera Shimshon. This week is a very special day. It's actually the Yahrzeit of Rav Kavod Marina Rabbi Chaim Kanievski ben Kavod Rabbeinu Chacham Nachman Michael Nachmani Zecher Tzadik V'Bracha Leilam Haba. And in addition to him being Yahrzeit today on Vav Elul, his Yahrzeit is, he died in Tavkov Lamed Tes, which is 5539, and that was about 243 years ago. So it was 1779. Last time I calculated that it was 2020, so it was 241 years ago. So I had to add 2 years. So, and it should also be for a full shlema for my daughter Rachel, Rachel, who is in surgery right now as we speak. As Hashem, it should be easy and should solve the problem once and for all. Mitz Hashem, Tzipor Rachel Bas Le Yehudis. Okay, this is a piece from the Parshat Shoftim. It says Shiftu es Am Mishpat Tzedek, Chayil Elomer v'Shiftu Oisacha. It should say that, not the holy extra words. It just, you should judge you, like it says, right? It says beginning the parsha to titin lecho b'sharecha, right? So and furthermore, shehu lashon miuter, it's extra on God's name. Shiftu tzedek, just judge righteously. Finished. What's all the extra words for? The pshita, she yishpatu asa'am. Of course he's going to judge the people, and who else would he judge? The at mi asmish yishpatu im lav asa'am. Who's the other? Who's going to judge besides the people? Im yishpatu tzedek pshita she asu mishpat. And if he judges righteously, so for sure it's going to be a correct judgment. So leish devar. The famima dayan ino shayfet tzedek. Okay, sometimes the judge doesn't judge people correctly. In order to bring out the correct, true din. Like the Gemara says in Bava Metzia, Daf Lamed Tes, on base. And I'm going to read you the Gemara because it's a very fascinating Gemara. It says, Mari Bar Isik was a wealthy and powerful man. He had a brother whom he did not previously know, who came to him from Ben Chozai, which was distant from central Babylonia. Okay, his brother said to him, divide the property that you inherited from our father and give half to me. I am your brother. Mari said to him, I do not know who you are. So they came in front of Rav Chizda for a judgment, and he said to the brother, Mari Bar Isik spoke well to you. It stated, Yosef knew his brothers, and they did not know him. So this teaches that Yosef left Eretz Yisrael without a trace of a beard, and he came back with a beard. Okay? This proves that it's possible for brothers not to recognize each other. So Mari Bar Isik may be telling the truth when he claims he does not recognize you. Rav Chizda said to the brother, go bring witnesses that you are his brother. The brother said to him, I have witnesses, but they are afraid of Mari Bar Isik because he's a violent man. Okay? The Rav Chizda said to Mari Bar Isik, you go bring witnesses that he is not your brother. We switched it on him. So he says, Mari Bar Isik says, is this the halacha? Isn't there a principle in these cases that the burden of proof, it's a maitzi mechaver, somebody wants to take out money, the burden of proof rests on the claimant. A maitzi mechaver alavaraya. So the Rav Chizda said to him, yes, this is the way I judge you and all of your fellow violent people. So Mari Bar Isik said to him, ultimately, if that is your concern, witnesses will come and they will not testify in his favor. They will lie and testify in my favor. Rav Chizda said to him, they will not perform two wrongs. They will not refrain from telling the truth and also testify falsely. Okay, anyway, the witnesses came in the end and he had to divide the properties. But the interesting thing, how Rav Chizda was medayek into what to do and how to do it so he could judge the case properly. Okay? So that's what he says over here. Zera Shimshon, judge the people. Ha'ilmim, ha'pchusim, should be Yisrael. In other words, people that are lame and the lowly people, Jewish people. Like that's what the word ha'am means, right? Generally, like it says, it brings a raya v'hi ha'am is kimesayinim, the Bar Midbar, the Bar Leischo, ehoisif milas mishpat, kloimer mishpat. What does he mean in mishpat? Kemaishi hu af shaloi kedin, kedei sheyaveh le'or hadin. So even if it's not the correct way of judging this, but it will come out the truth. Inami, it's brought in Shulchan Aruch Choshen Mishpat and Siman Taf Zayin, Tes Zayin Siman Siv Gimel, Kishehaya Roya HaRosh, Shadin Meruma. If when the Rosh, the Elig of Rosh, one of the Rishonim, the Eker Rishonim said that when he saw that something was screwy or something was a little off in the judgment and in this court case, Hayakaisiv Shein Shul the Shum Dayan Lahishtadil Bezdinzer. So he wrote a psak that no dayan, no judge should be involved in this case. So that's only when the person claiming is a deceiver. But if the person that's being claimed against is deceptive, so he can't remove himself from the judgment. Because otherwise the Ramay has nothing to lose, right? He's gonna get his way nowhere. So again, the judge has to have his head about him. Okay, that's what it says. Shoftim is am dainu ramoyim, means the people, the am are people that are deceivers. Rak hamishpat hayiyat tzedek, the hainu shelo yistaker ramay. So that he should make sure that, and ultimately that the Ramai, the deceiver, doesn't get his way. It doesn't make any promise. He doesn't make any profit from this case. The Isa Sham is brought down in the Haggah, in the Chosh Mishpat there. Im Nira, the Beis Din, she'echad goizel es chaverei. If somebody, the Beis Din sees that somebody stole from his friend, v'lo yuchlu lahaitziya mimenu b'din, and they can't extract the money back out of him from because of strict judgment. So yochel exor al shar b'nei adam shelo yisav yitnu imay. So they can make a gezerah on other people not to do business with this guy because he's going to steal from him. Him kain kishiyesh ezadin bein shnei anashim, when there's a din between two people, habeis din geiser v'shayftim kol ha'am shelo yisav yitnu imay. So that the Beis Din here, it's a ha'am. They judge all people. Everybody's included. Don't do business with this guy. He's a crook. That's what it means. You judge the people all together so that it comes out the proper righteous judgment. Between the two cases. There's a beautiful little piece of segula here that we have today. I'm an accountant at a large firm in the States. I also learned the Zera Shimshon. Although I was hired at a young age by the firm, I eventually find myself chafing at the bit, I guess they call it, feeling that the time had come for me to get given a raise. I didn't approach my boss to ask him for a raise because I know exactly what he was going to say. If you want a raise in this firm, bring in more companies to our department, then you'll get a raise. Okay. Obviously, convincing companies to leave the accountancy firms that they've been using for years is not an easy thing, which is why I was stagnating at my desk and unsure where to go next. And then one day I got a call. 5 years earlier, I had done some work for a certain company, but our paths had not crossed since then. When I answered the phone, I found myself talking to one of the heads of the firm. I couldn't help but be surprised that he'd gotten in touch. We talked about the job I'd done for him then, in the past, and eventually the boss got around to the reason for the call. I would like to offer you a job, he said. Please continue. I would like to hire you as my firm's accountant. We'll keep things simple and you can stay where you are and just manage my firm's business through your current office. How does that sound? Truthfully, it sounds great. So when do you want to meet? I asked him. Either tomorrow or this coming Monday. Next Friday, the next day was Friday. And I try to avoid important meetings on Fridays so that I will not run into issues with Shabbos. Suddenly, however, I changed my mind. Why did I change my mind? For the simple reason that Friday, you see, was the Hilula, or the Yahrzeit of the Zera Shimshon, which is the same as today. And I had a feeling that having such an important meeting on such an important day was the smartest thing I could do. Not only that, but the fact that I had been offered a crucial meeting in the first place, I felt was a heavenly sign that the schus of learning Zera Shimshon would stand by my side. We can meet. We can meet tomorrow morning. I told the head of the, but it has to be an early meeting. Can we make it? We can make that work. He was very agreeable, and we set a time and place. In the end, we met on Erev Shabbos, the 6th of Elul, Yom Hilulas Rabbeinu Shimshon Chaim Nachmani. At the meeting, I was offered a contract, which I signed, and which meant that I would finally be receiving a long coveted and much needed raise and a bonus at the end of the year. It was obvious to me the schus of my learning the Zera Shimshon with the chavrusa every Thursday night that had stood by my side and helped me with my success. So it should be a segula and a success learning the Zera Shimshon to help being Eli Nishmas of Zera Shimshon himself, and also the refuah shalema for my daughter Tzipor Rachel Bas La'Yehudis. Amen. Have a great Shabbos. Kol Tov.